Right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the session. Could somebody please confirm to me? You can see my screen and you can hear me well. I need 2 to 3 confirmations, please. Fantastic. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Craig, Samdam, Oliver, Abdi. Right. So, Kevin, you're requesting to record in on your computer. I'm anyway going to, put this on the YouTube and also on your dashboard. So don't worry about this one. Recording it yourself. Right. So first of all, welcome to those who are here for the first time. Again, this is the time. Usually what we do is we actually once in a while we actually post this for the YouTube audience as well, so they can join. Currently, Alan is on traveling, so we skipped the Saturday session. That's why we gave you the opportunity to join our Sunday session. Remember, this is an intense session where we actually go through. This is a live agenda. You can see from in front of your screen. We go through the geopolitical scenarios, anything that is a fundamental, that can impact our financial market in this particular week. Then we go through the forex pairs, commodities, indices, cryptos, and stocks. Then we'll conclude the session with your requests and we summarize with the potential trades for this week. Now, last week has been interesting. Again, if you have been trading what we have told you to trade, you must have made money. Shortly, I'm going to go through the trades that I've given it to you last week, so you can actually have a glimpse in front of you what we have said and what market has done. If we were wrong, if we were right. Again, I did say that to you in the month of October, market is going to do some sort of messy structures. Okay. And again, as you have been seeing that since the past 2 weeks, dollar has been, behaving abnormally, which is pretty normal for the month of October. Hence, I gave you that, this clue that even last week and the week before as well, we are staying away from dollar for now until the first week of November, because that is when we are going to go and find out what market is going to give us, because those trades that we are going to get will be potentially going to give us a very decent risk to reward. So why to go for something which is not ready yet or which is not clear yet, rather than going for something which is already ready, right? That's what we are giving it to you as being the trades of the week or the month. Okay. Now, let me quickly go through your messages before we actually head over towards the charts. Jason, good day, Mr. T. Trust you're well. AV, good. Also, please mention that the clock shift 1 hour today. Thank you, Jason, for reminding me. Right. For all of you who are not aware, UK time has actually gone backwards 1 hour. So again, it is 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Again, the same timing of our, session as per UK. So if there is a change in your clock, if let's say you're in Dubai, if you're in anywhere, any part of the world which does not actually align with the UK clock, make sure you join it at 12 p.m. UK. There is a 1 hour gone backwards. So which means now, before, if in Dubai it was starting at 3 p.m., now it will be starting at 4 p.m. Dubai. So that is, I'm just giving you an example. The session will be exactly at 12 p.m. UK as it is. Please review dollar long-term chart of dollar yen. Yes, Deepak will do that. Good sum. Thank you, Christian. Good view. Thank you, Vijay. Kevin, great. Thanks. Brilliant. Okay, Hisham, high T on gold. Can you please look at the monthly? Is it possible? We are at the end of all-time wave 1. It's very much look as a leading diagonal. Thanks. Indeed, Hisham, we can double check that. Good afternoon, Mr. T. Have a nice trip. Thank you, Zahir. Again, let's go back to what we said last week about the trades and what market has done. Now, again, I'm not going to claim that we are going to be 100% right all the time, because no one can be. Okay. We are going to be wrong, here and there. But as long as you have a risk management in place, as long as you have, you have taken the trade as per your trading plan and the strategies that we have taught you, the worst case scenario for you would be a very minor loss. And the best case scenario will be a very good profit. Okay. Now, the first trade that I gave it to you guys last week was the pound CAD. Again, this was the trade I gave it to you. I said to you, it will be consolidating as long as market respects its bottom. It will be going back up. Market did respect that and came back up to the same level. It is going to go to this level. You'll see that corrective structure and then one more push will be likely. But in all the cases, the worst case scenario for you would be at the moment currently, in small profit. Okay, because if you have entered somewhere around in this zone, you must be in the profit right now. If it consolidates, you can enter back again. It will be heading towards that zone. Second trade that we gave was the pound yen. This was the trade, as you can see here. We expected the consolidation here and the market to push to the upside towards 196 level. Market did go there, came back down sharp, and then pushed right back up from there. Again, this was the trade for 100 pips. We managed to make that one towards upside. And I really hope you guys have managed to do the same. Now, the third one that we gave was the Aussie yen to the downside. This was the pullback, which is what market has given you here, and then a break to the downside to test this bottom, which is what also market did. The fourth one that we have given was HSI to the upside. As you can see, market has been consolidating here, and now it's ready to push to the upside. I'll tell you what needs to be done in this week, but in all the cases, this trade should have been at least at break even right now or in small profit. There's no way any of the trades that we gave you last week would have made your loss if you know how to trade them using our strategies, using the techniques, using the planning that we have taught you. Okay, so please make sure for this week as well, stick to the trades that I'll give it to you, because you'll make money. If you just go randomly buy and sell somewhere else, you might get taken out, because it's going to be a quite manipulative week that I would expect from the market. Your brokers, your market makers, they will be manipulating the market massively this week, because this is the week before the US election. This is the week before the next Fed meeting, and this is the week where they can actually make NFP in their favor to manipulate the market. So please make sure what you need to be doing is just following the plan that I'll give it to you today, and then carry on trading. Make money, get out. Make money, get out. Don't be over smart in this week, because this week is not going to be the week for the over smarters. Okay, because market makers, they are going to actually wipe you out if you do that. So please, please, please make sure stick to the plan this week. Okay, and take the lesser risk. Usually if you take 1%, take 0.5% in this week, because let's conclude this week towards the end of October, because from next week onwards, we are going to have a different sort of trending starting in the market. One, because of seasonality. Second, because of the major events in the market. Okay. Now, on top of that, Wednesday, I gave it to you another trade. I said to you guys, keep an eye on this one, USOIL. It is ready to go to the upside. Okay. Now, remember, market was somewhere here on Wednesday, as you can see on Wednesday here. It went back up from this level. Now, if you have traded only this bit, you must have made money. Now, again, you must be questioning how to enter from this one. That's why you see I've captured one of the trades that our senior has posted. This was the trade. You can see the market has pushed to the upside, and this was what? 6-to-1 trade, and that is the after. Look at market, where market is, right? So what I'm trying to tell you here is, if you know how to trade, even the smallest thing like this can make you 6-to-1. And that is what you need to do really in the market. Please try and understand, invest some money on yourself, invest some time on yourself. This is not a game of, trying your luck. If you do that, trust me, I'm telling you, most of the time your luck will be against you. Once or twice you might get lucky. But if you want to make consistent money, you need to be with a like-minded people. You need to be with the community which makes you money, which forces you to make money. Okay? So force yourself. From now, we are not late yet. We are heading towards the month of November. Decide from the month of November, I'm not going to just do what I'm seeing in the market. Again, be open to learning. Be open to what market is actually showing you, and trade what market is showing you, rather than you having something in your mind. Like, I'll give you an example. Alan was expecting, we were expecting market to give us a drop from here, from this level, 103, 104 level for the dollar. What market has done, it has started to consolidate. Now, does that mean we just go blindly and sell it? No, because we are waiting for the market to give us the sell setup. Sell setup never happened. In fact, this is a continuation pattern. So if anything, it would have been a buy to the upside, short term. But again, because the major structure is getting ready to push to the downside for at least a corrective structure, that's why buying here is not something that we do. Because remember, when market has already been done 90% of the work, Why would you want to just go for a 10%? Because there is a likelihood that that 10% you might be wrong in that. Okay, so please wait for the right time. Now, anytime market gives me a sell setup here, I'm in. I will be taking the sell setup. Now, again, does that mean I'm going to lose my account? No, because I will be only taking 1% risk maximum. And because of that, your maximum risk is 1%, and the reward that you're going to get would be, I've just shown you that. Look at this trade here. This looks like just a tiny bit of a trade to the upside. But if you have traded this as per what we have given you as being a trade setup here, that would have been 6 to 1. You don't need to trade anything else for the rest of the week. And again, all what you need to do to double your account in 1 year is to just make 2% in a week. That's it, done. Just 2% in a week. And you will be able to double your account in 1 year's time. This is pure maths. And here you have actually taken the trade for the next 3 weeks. You don't need to worry about the whole month if you have just made this one. Ridmo is saying, great, the oil trade you suggested on Wednesday. Waited and waited. The Friday was the move. Loved it. That's how you do it. You wait until the market is ready to give you what you are after, not what I want to trade, right? If I wanted to trade this one to the upside and market is not giving me a setup, I'm not going to blindly enter. I'm waiting for my market to give me the setup that I have been taught, I have been trading, I have been back testing. That is my trade. I know the direction that I wanted to trade, but I'm waiting for the right time to enter into the market. That right time will be making you 6 to 1, will be making you 10 to 1. And that is the real key in this market. Okay? So please try and understand that. Again, I'm not claiming me and Alan will be 1000% right all the time, because no one can be. We do have losses as well. But our losses are limited because we have limited them. So should you. But what you need to be doing is you need to make sure that when you get into any of the trades, you don't just wake up, at night just to check your trade. You don't wake up, or you don't just, go anywhere else and your mind is in your trade. That only happens when you do not have a trading plan, when you do not actually have a risk management in place. When these two things are missing, your intention, your psychology is not really aligned. And when they are not aligned, what you do is you become nervous, you become confused about your trade, and you keep checking the market. That is one of the signs. Always remember, if your mindset, if your psychology is forcing you to go back and keep checking the market every now and then just so you can see that if you have lost or won, that means you have either over-risked or your trading plan is not solid enough in that particular trade. This is your sign, get out of that trade. You don't need to worry about that trade, because that is the trade that will actually have a massive impact on your psychology for a long term. So guys, remember, I'm not saying we are going to be right. I'm not saying we are the only big deals. What I'm saying to you is, if you follow us, test us. If you don't make money, then yes, it does make sense you actually, coming to me and saying to me, T, I've done this. Alan, I've done this. What you have been asked me, and still I'm not able to make money. Then what I'll do is I will actually be going, or Alan will be going with you for a one-to-one, and then making sure why are you not making money when everybody else is making money. These people, look at this Rob. He's our senior. What do you think, like why he knows that like this is going to go to the upside, or why Vanish goes to know that this is going to be the trade that goes. Kishore Chun, why? Because all of these seniors, they have understood the concept, and when they will be able to see what we are saying, they are actually saying, showing it to you as well. It's just the process of learning it quickly. If I have taken 9 years, 10 years, they have taken 4 to 5 years. They want you to actually take even lesser than that. So it's a catalyst that we are adding by being with you. Okay, you will eventually get there. There's no question. The only question is, are you willing to waste your time? Are you willing to waste your money? And are you willing to waste all the years of your energy that you are actually spending on learning all this stuff on your own when you have a system that is working, when you have a system that is actually showing you that the market is going to do that. I'll give you an example. XPT, we predicted this, it will be going to this side, exactly from this level. 945, we expected it to go to here. Silver, we expected it to go to 35 when market was somewhere here, below 30. Here, we said that it's going to go towards 30K. Now this one, gold. Last week I said to you, when market was on Wednesday, I said, I'm not entering into the buy until market taps 2720. Market tapped that and went back up. Before that, we expected market to come to this zone here. Can you see that? 2620. And from that zone here, we said, if market wants to go to the upside, it is ready to go towards the upside to tap 2700. At this point in time, it wasn't. Now, market kept going to the upside. It came back down towards 2720, went back up here. Now, what's next? This is what we are going to talk about today. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, please try and see that. What we are seeing here, it is all based on what we are seeing in the chart. And this is exactly what we want you to do, that rather than going to XYZ, rather than going to any website and finding what people are talking about. Why don't you find out yourself by knowing it from the charts? Because the charts never lie. Please make sure, spend some time on that. Make that as a pact for the next year, 2025, that you want to be a better trader than you are at 2024. Go back after today's session, go back, check your year-to-date scenario. Look at it if you have made XYZ percentage or if you have lost XYZ percentage. From now till the next year, try us. And then see the result, compare that result with this result, and then come back to me next year, tell me, T or Alan, this is what I've done and I'm still not successful. Because we know, that's why we are so confident that you will make money, no question. All what we acquire from you or what we expect from you is for you to follow the plan that we have set it up for you. If you tweak the plan, that might not work for you. First, learn what we want you to see from our eyes. Then you can tweak it as per your back testing. We don't mind that. But first, learn it the way we expected you to do that. Okay? Trust me, I'm telling you, after this, you will face financial freedom. You don't need to worry about anything happening in the world. What you need to be worried about is just having your laptop, having an internet connection, and your own ATM with you. Anywhere in the part of the world you go, you make money. Why? Because you have knowledge, and that knowledge is your legacy that you are going to leave for your next generation. You are working for next 30 years in a one company, and if that company is actually going to find somebody better than you, they wouldn't care. How long have you been working? They'll make you redundant straight away if they're restructuring going on. If they are actually struggling financially, they will make you redundant if that suits them. But if you are self-dependent and you are just relying on your trading income, you do not need anybody. You are the boss of yourself. And that is the real financial freedom. I promise you, you can achieve that. You just need to decide when you want to achieve that. That is the real deal. Okay? So try from first week of November this week, sit back, relax, plan for the next whole year. November, December, you have 2 months. You have a decent opportunities coming in the next 2 months as well. After that, now next year in October, I'm going to retest myself and see where I am at. Because we have so many examples. That's why we are so confident. We have people coming to us actually a few years back saying to us, we have been trading 20 years, 25 years, and still we are not able to make consistent money. Now, at this point in time, I'm not going to reveal their names. You all know them, but they are the best traders one community can have. And they are making consistent money, but they cannot even imagine making, for the next 10 years of their life if they are just working. Okay? So this is the main deal. You need to decide. Do you want to be a winner? Then join the winners. That's the whole idea. Now let's get back to what we have, the geopolitics part. Now with the geopolitics, I wanted you to understand one thing. Last week I did say that to you, BRICS Pay has been launched. Okay, on 17th and 18th of October. And I'm not sure about the exact date, either 17 or 18, one of those days. So BRICS Pay, it's called BRICS Pay, right? Those of you who does not know what is BRICS Pay, please watch my previous session that I've given last week, last Sunday. I've actually gone in detail of that, what they are planning to do to dethrone dollar as being a reserve currency in the BRICS. Okay. Now this week we had, the week we just finished, we had the BRICS meeting summit where they have decided, we have discussed that they are going to actually do, they're going to add BTC, Bitcoin, and some of the few other cryptocurrencies as being a token, as a form of payment that will be backing the BRICS Pay, along with, of course, the dollar as being a reserve. Gold as being the reserve. Okay. Now, if they do that, you know that what they are going to do is Bitcoin will become something that we can never imagine that it could be. Okay. We can actually have the Bitcoin as being a gold status, because remember, BRICS will be using, millions and billions of that, money into trading between each other. And again, at this point in time, 30 plus countries have also filed for this one to be a member of the BRICS. Now, I believe that that's where we are headed. We are very soon going to see that the top coins will become the legitimate coins, and the rest of them will probably try to, go down the drain after this bull run. Okay. But these are the ones, if you have been buying, if you have been, holding some of your crypto coins, try and, diversify the portfolio. As soon as you're in profit, try and start taking some profits. And then if you have some USDTs, try and shift into the BTC when we have a pullback in the BTC. Okay. Because BTC, we gave you the call to buy it from 59,000 towards 70,000. It's very close to 70, which we are going to see that very soon we are going to tap 70,000. Okay. So that is one of the plans. Now, second thing, Iran and Israel. You must have seen that the war between them is intensifying at the moment. They have, retaliation happening from both sides. Now, because of that, we might actually go towards the deeper bits. Because now, if you're thinking, we have few countries went into this war. We have, one part supporting one country, another part supporting another country. We have Lebanon, we have, Gaza, we have Israel, we have Iran, we have Yemen, we have Syria. All of these countries are already been a part of the war, right? And on the other side, we have the Russia and we have Ukraine as well. Again, countries are actually, taking sides of each of the countries that they wanted to support. That has happened in the first two world wars as well, by the way. Okay. I want you to go and read the history about that one, because this will actually give a lot of perspective for you. I'm not trying to, scare you or anything. It's just like, remember, we are trading the financial market. Anything happens anywhere in the part of the world, it might impact our financial market. So we need to be aware of that. And that is why my job every week is to make you aware. Okay. I'm not going to actually tell you everything is smooth and calm. It is smooth and calm, but we have to, the wise people, the wise traders always make sure that they have a backup plan if anything goes wrong. That is why I'm always giving you some sort of clues, giving you some sort of, things in fundamentally or geopolitically that you have in the back of the mind when you're over risking. That will stop you from over risking. Okay. So that is the idea. So keep an eye on this one. This might actually have an impact. Now, quickly, good morning, T. Please include yes, Gia will do that. Before we go to the fundamentals, I'm just going to read, because I'm expecting a lot of messages today. So pardon me if I'm actually missing one or two messages, because again, I'm going to try my best to actually, summarize everything into 2 hours. But if I'm unable to do that, it might actually go 10, 15 minutes above. Mandy, hi T, please include Hood. Yes, Mandy, please remind me when I'm ready to go to the stocks. So where do the seniors post the trades? I can trade stocks. Do you give a trade in the stocks too? Mandy, we do. As a matter of fact, I have actually, last week, one of our, moderator has actually reminded me of this one here, Netflix. So we give this trade. Usually we give a long-term trades. Usually we give during the months, a monthly Q&As. And if we find something that is really helping, the community, then we actually do that even on the, Q&As of my session of my sessions as well. Okay. So you see here, this is Netflix. We gave this trade call somewhere around here at this point, 193, 190. Okay. And we expected market to actually go all the way up to take this top here. Market did do that. And some of our traders kept that. If you have been keeping this, that's 300 plus percentage of return. So when we have stocks like that, we always touch base on that. We always tell you this is what market is going to do. And if you have any questions, Mandy, regarding, or if you want us to look at any stocks, you can always ask us here. Max, I'm in the ECAD buy from 149. Should I target 151 or take profit? If you are in the buys, I'm not sure where is your take, stop loss. But if you have a stop loss, then you should be fine. I believe as long as market respects this bottom here, you should be fine. It's going to this level. Good morning, T. Could you, okay, we'll do the inclusion of this one. Please remind me, all of you, if you are putting any of these stocks now, there's no point because you'll probably have to put it back again when I'm asking you at the end of the session. Okay. Dr. Victor, you're absolutely right, sir. Fantastic. What's your view on the present war? Again, I've just mentioned it to you. It is a start for me that you're going to see that most of the countries will start to jump into this one. And that's exactly how the wars have begun in the past. GNT, what do you think of buying Chinese stocks before elections? Before elections, you can. If I was in your shoes, I probably would go for something like Baba and Baidu. These two would be my choice, plus NIO, N-I-O. Jagannath, this session is recorded and uploaded on YouTube. It will be eventually, yes. Dr. Victor, kindly do the analyze on copper. Yes, we'll do. Moise Haiti. News coming that the China has imposed tax on import of gold. It shows that they are not interested in buying too much gold from now. I feel it will significantly affect gold demand and eventually the bull run. Boys, eventually it has to, because remember, look at this, where we are. Where actually, if I go to just the monthly chart here, we are pretty much going in a straight line here, okay, since 1800. And that is a 1,000 points rally to the upside. It needs to pull back. There's no question about it. But would it be in this year? That is a real question. I don't think so. If there will be a pullback, it will be happening in the month of November, because in the month of December, the seasonality will kick in back again, and then we are going to push back until March. Hello, Professor. If possible, can you share your views on EU on the bigger picture? We have more impulses after the US election. Yes, we can double check that. Murad, Stefan, good day. Great motivation from you. Thanks. Can I have a more detailed view on the euro? Indeed, I will do that, Stefan. I have a question, Mr. T. When I join you guys, is there a room for you correcting me from my analysis from the HT perspective? Indeed. Johnston, we have a daily live sessions where our seniors moderators are actually being there. Now, again, if let's say you don't have a time to actually attend the live sessions, you can watch the recording. If still you don't get your answer, you can always post the chart or post your question inside our private community, and you will get the answer very, very quickly. So there's no question about you not actually making money once you become understanding that what is the real concept of We Trade Waves. I never regretted paying for the monthly fee. The 2% weekly target really worked. Fantastic. That is exactly what we wanted you to do anyway. Let's have a look at the fundamentals before we actually go for the further questions, because I don't want to waste too much time on them. Now, Monday. By the way, today we have a lower house election. Last week, one of our traders from Japan has actually mentioned about this one, that we will be having an election in this weekend, and there is a strong chances of a change of a government. Now, if that happens, you might actually see a short-term, strength. Why strength? Because again, the new government is going to, show some changes. You might have a fluctuation in the market, like a wick to the downside first and then push right back up. That is the normal scenario, because whenever we have a change of a government, you always see that the temporary push towards the currency of that country would be to the downside, because investors, they are actually being they wanted to make sure that their money is secure. So for time being, what they do, they pull up their money and then wait for the right time to enter back again. Okay. Monday, BOC, again, Monday, I'm expecting it to be a slightly flat day as well. Tuesday, we will be expecting consumer confidence and the job openings. Now, from the Tuesday onwards, you would be starting to see a decent volatility in the market. Okay. As I've said to you, please stick to the trade that I'll give it to you, and also take smaller risks if you can. Because in this week, I'm expecting market makers to manipulate massively, because again, as I've said to you, we are heading towards the general election. We are heading towards the Fed's also meeting right after. So it will be a hell of a week next week. This week, they are going to plan and take as much as profit they can. Plus, they are concluding the week in this month, and the month of October in this month. So this way, they will be actually able to achieve their targets. I'm referring to the big banks and the retail, the hedge funds. Now, on Wednesday, we have a CPI quarter on quarter and year on year, and the trimmed mean CPI as well. All of them, the numbers are actually showing they will be decreasing. If that would be the case, you would expect Aussie to get slightly weaker. That is what I can see as well. Before this news, we might actually be able to see some strength in the Oz, and then after that, we should be able to see some drops happening. So keep an eye on this one. Then we have non-farm employment change. Again, they're expecting this one to drop as well from 143K to 101K, and also the advanced GDP also to stay the same. Again, they have revised this number. Previously, it was 2.8. That has increased to 3.0. Again, we might actually see some surprise here, which means we would be able to see some, if this number becomes very close to 101, 10, and in between these two numbers, and this number is slightly above, you're going to see some strength in the dollar temporarily. Okay. Because remember, what I'm seeing at the moment in the trending stage, as long as it keeps on going to the upside, they are preparing for it to drop to the, with the election. Okay. And the next week's Fed meeting. Then on Thursday, we have a manufacturing PMI. Again, it is expected it to go to the upside, which will give some strength to most of the, currencies related to the Chinese economy, which is Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. Then we would have BOJ rate policy. Again, they are expected to keep that as it is. Now, again, they always come up with a surprise, so don't be surprised if they do if they give the surprise to the market. But for now, I will get back to you with update about these ones, NFP and BOJ, on Wednesday, because I need to see the up-to-date structures before I tell you what you should be expecting from the market. But in all the cases, you would be able to trade them easily. I'll give you some levels as well this week, which you can actually aim for during these news. CAD GDP month on month also expected. Again, we expected last week all the CAD pairs to go, CAD alternatives to go to the upside, which is what market has done anyway. Again, market has dropped CAD, and then CAD alternatives have pushed up. This week, we would expect similar sort of a scenario, but not that harsh, which we have seen last week. Then we have unemployment claim and employment cost index, quarter on quarter and month on month PCE index as well for the US side. All these news, they are either positive or they are going to be, balancing the negative side. So again, I'm not expecting much of a movement because of this. It might have been a very short-term movement, but then it will be the real moment coming here with the NFP. Okay. So again, with NFP, CPI on the chief side, and ISM manufacturing PMI, I'll touch base on them on Wednesday's update, because that will be more relevant. I can touch base with the recent structures at that point. Okay. That is pretty much most of the fundamentals. As you can see here, it is going to be a great week to trade if you know what you're trading. But if you do not know and you're just testing your luck, this is not the week for the testing your luck. Please do not test it, because I'm telling you that this is not going to happen in this week, because market makers, your brokers, they will not actually, be kind to you this week. So only stick to the trades, only stick to the trading plan in this week. Right. I can see a lot of questions. Please bear with me. I will get back to your questions. Let me just have a look at some of the charts, because again, We have been 35 minutes. I haven't actually looked at the charts. So let's have a look at the charts and then we can actually look at your questions. Okay. DXY. Now remember, as I've said to you, DXY has been going to the upside, just as very strong impulse to the upside. It started to lose some momentum here, but every time it was losing momentum, it was just pulling back, pushing up, pulling back, pushing up, pulling back, pushing up. And this again, the similar scenario happening here as well. It's going to go right back up. The next reaction on the smaller time frame would be 104.5. It might go very close to the top, does not necessarily need to break the top. Even if it breaks the top, I'm not interested in the buys. As I've said to you, I would only be interested in the buys if market will give me a corrective structure here. Okay. And this corrective structure needs to be slightly bigger. Then yes, we might actually have a one more push up with the election. Okay. Until market gives me this, I'm not interested in the buys. Even if market goes 1,000 points to the upside, not interested. Remember guys, I want you all to, that's why I'm actually taking my time and I'm actually making sure that every one of you listens to my word when I say not interested, even if it goes to the upside. Why? Because if market keeps pushing to the upside without giving me any setup, I'd rather actually put my money in a gambling and I might actually win in the football match rather than actually testing my luck here. Because you need to understand one thing. You need to be choosy what you're trading. If you will not be choosy and if you just trade for the sake of trading because you feel like clicking the trade, losing money in this business will be imminent for you. There's no question that you are going to be making money in this. Okay. That's why please make sure you be choosy. Again, it might go 1,000 pips to the upside. I am not interested. If you want to trade it, has to be to the short term. Every time market gives you a break of a top, take your trade off, put it to break even. That is the two only questions here. Now, if above the top market gives me a sell setup as per the strategies what we have taught you or our traders know, you need to enter because anytime market can start to break to the downside. Now, if market does not break to the downside and start to crawl to the downside, the worst case scenario for us would be a small profit, which we are happy with. And the best case, we can go all the way to the downside. But buying from here and market shooting up 1,000 points or market actually going to the downside and then consolidating with the election keeps breaking to the downside, I'm not happy with that. Because remember, if you look at the bigger picture here, this is your bigger picture. If market is ready to go to the downside, let me just go to the daily, it will make more sense. If market wants to go to the downside, it can simply just make this structure here and can break down with this being a structure here, right? Or it can just simply go to the downside from here, consolidating here. And if that happens, this is the trade that we'll take with the election. This is the trade that we will be looking for when market is giving us this. And again, then we'll be expecting market to go and do something like this. So again, from this level, wait. I always say to every one of you that whenever you are in doubt, zoom out. You will get your answers. You will see that everything in front of you. Sit back, relax, rather than jumping from. I've seen that most of the traders outside, not our members, most of the traders outside before they join us, what they are actually doing. When they are in doubt, they just go into the smaller time frames. Because the more smaller time frame you go to, the more confused you're going to get. So reverse that psychology. And then you'll see the things very, very clearly. Okay? So again, in this week, we are expecting market to give us a reaction. Short term, pull back, one more push to the upside, 104.5. See the reaction at this point in time. Again, there is a possible scenario at this point, market consolidates, push up, taking the top, but it will be coming back down one more time. And if that happens, this will be a consolidation here. Messy one for pushing to the upside with the Thursday's news and then break down once more. That is what I'm expecting. It is going to keep messing around until the 5th of November, which is when the election is. After that, we are going to see some decent, paradigm shifts in the market. Euro dollar. Now let's go look at the bigger picture of the euro dollar. Now, euro dollar has been consolidating, as you can see here. There has been going sideways in this category here, and then once only it has came back up from this, down from this, and then came right back into this zone here. This is the zone for the euro dollar currently since the past 10 years. Okay. Every time market comes in this zone, it is pushing to the upside. Every time it comes down this zone, it is pushing to the upside. Every time it goes to the upside below this, it just breaks down back again into this zone, then goes back up and then comes right back into this zone here. Okay. And then again, doing the similar scenario. So again, as you can see clearly, every time it is coming back to this, it is pushing up, tapping this, pushing up. Now, at this point in time, it is in the middle. This is the bigger picture. Let's go to the daily. On the daily chart, it is not done yet for me, this push to the downside here. This push to the downside needs to give me some more reaction. Market has broken this bottom here. What we need is a consolidation. Okay? This consolidation would be your confirmation if market is ready to go down to test this bottom here. Now the question, can this one go to the upside from here? Absolutely it can. And if it wants to do that, what will be the structure? Market would do something like this very, very quickly, probably in the next 72 hours, break down once more, testing this bottom. As soon as market has done that, this can complete this messy structure here for a push to the upside. Now, let me just take you back again to this chart. Do you remember this structure here? Look at the wave third, how fast this came back down and how deep it came back down. But after that, it shot up. And you see that? It is normal for the C wave or the third waves in this one to be very sharp and, completing the reaction. When I say three wave, which means the Y wave in the corrective structure. Okay. Now, can this be the structure? Very, very likely it can be the structure. Now, if this is a structure, I need to see what market gives me below this level here. And that is where I'll be waiting. Hence, I asked you, wait until market gives me something here. I was waiting for the reaction from this zone here. What market did was this pullback here. Not enough for me. Came back down here. Market came back down and continued keeping to the downside. The next reaction was last week. I expected market to give me this reaction somewhere here. What market was the reaction? On the smaller time frame, it again was a corrective structure. Just gone to the upside, came back down here. Again, from this level here, as soon as market has taken the liquidity below this level, you need to wait for the reaction. As soon as the reaction will tell you it's not ready, you wait for another reaction. I'm not blindly entering. I'm looking at the market before I'm entering. Now, if you do that, I promise you, market will be very kind to you, because it will not only just give you one chance or two chances, it will give you most of the time 3 chances to tell you, please get out. You're wrong in your direction. Please get out. And if you still don't do it, like I always say, then you deserve a loss. Okay? Now, this is the bigger picture we are talking. Let's go back to how we are going to trade in this week. Now, in this week, I'm expecting market to give me a corrected structure here. One more break to the downside, coming back very, very close to breaking this bottom here, this reaction level here. This week, they need to actually clear that. And then after that, we can expect one more push to the upside, testing very, very close to this order block here. Okay. Once market has done that, we need to see the reaction here. By that time, you will have my Wednesday session anyway. And that will be the one where I will be explaining it to you, whether market is ready to go to the upside or whether it will be breaking down from here, testing this bottom before market goes to the upside. Okay. But remember one thing, if this keeps on going to the downside, it is a good thing for us, because the next push to the upside is going to be very decent to the upside, which will be again from the Fed's reaction or from the election results. Pound dollar also, this is pretty much getting ready. For me, it is pretty much either waiting for the budget, which will be, I think, next week or this week. because the way market is going to the downside here, it is quite slow here. Okay, this momentum is quite slow here. I need market to, even if it goes to the downside to test this bottom, I need this one to come back up before market goes to the downside, because that up momentum here might actually be quite sharp, but it will be quick as well. So if you are trading this one and market gives you a buy setup in this zone somewhere here, then that's where you need to look for a reaction just above 31. So it will be a decent push to the upside before market comes to the downside. Now you can ask me, T, would you be trading them? Not at all. All these majors, not interested before the general election. Why? Because I know that market is going to give me those push, and I'm waiting for the right and the correct structure to give me that push, rather than me just waiting for this one to wait, go down, push right back up. And then at this point in time, I'm actually looking for a buy because it's going to be sharp. Many people will just jump in thinking, now we got a momentum, now we are going to the upside. And at that point, we have a momentum to the downside and market breaks down sharp, with this being a corrective structure in the middle. I don't want to do that. I'd rather wait for the market to give me clear structure before I actually look for my sells or the buys. So wait on this one. Rather trade the rest of the pairs that, we tell you, either on the daily sessions, either on the trade setup, either in the weekly trades of the week. Okay. Aussie dollar similar again. For me, this one as well, this is just keep on messing around here. It needs to give me that push to the upside before market goes to the downside. This being a corrective structure in the middle, and this probably would be a messy one here. Okay. New Zealand dollar seems like this is also giving us, again, all of these majors. They kept pushing to the downside, but the momentum is not there. One more push to the upside, and then after that, if market gives you a sell, that'd be very, very good, because now that will make sense. Okay, so wait for this one. It can come from here. It can come just 50 pips from here, from the current level, or it could be just pretty much continue going to the downside, and then eventually one news comes and then market shoots up here. So again, if you are that sort of a trader, good luck to you. From this moment onwards, you might either make a lot of money or you might not make anything at all, and you will break many accounts. These are the scenarios we are heading towards starting from Wednesday onwards. Okay. So please make sure you're not into those sort of traders where you are actually just, thinking this is a, quick rich scheme here and you can actually make a lot of money overnight. This does not work in the real trading. Okay. Dollar yen. Now, dollar yen, I said to you last week, I do see that the market, the way market is responding here, it started to lose momentum, but then it ended up actually being a sharp impulse last week. Now, what I want you to understand is in this one, the way market has come back down here, this is not ideal, that the way market is coming to the downside. What I need to see from this one here is the consolidation part. This consolidation will break down, then push right back up before market comes back down. I need this one to be a consolidation here now. Okay. Now, because we have BOJ this week, so before BOJ, ideally market needs to fall down here. And if you get a sell setup somewhere here in this zone here, 152.5, close to 153, might not be a bad idea, but do not treat this as being a long-term sell, because that sell will not be happening in this week, in my opinion. Now, it can happen that the market can break down. It will go right back up if that happens in this week. Okay, with this being a messy structure in the middle here, which again, once market will do, I will let you know. For now, it is a downside that I need to wait for before I take any of the trades in this. Something like this is what I need, or corrective structure, sharp drop, and then push back up. That is what I'm after at the moment. So wait for the corrective structure to the downside. If anything that I need to trade, it has to be to the downside first. Dollar Chief, similar for this one as well. For the Dollar Chief, we are expecting market to give us a consolidation here. It is losing momentum here. Wait for the ending structure to finish before market gives you one more break. Something similar like this here. And that break needs to come below 86 level. And once market has done that, You should be able to see the reaction. If at that point we have NFC, you should be able to get some reaction from NFC towards the upside. Dollar CAD has been going really, really smooth. Again, it is heading to take the top. As I've said to you when market was somewhere here, that this is ready to go to the upside to take this top here. Unfortunately, it never gave us this deeper pullback. And I did mention that as well to you, that when market is in a very strong impulse, do not expect that to be a very deeper pullback. Now, again, do I think this is ready to go to the upside to test this top from here? It is, but I shouldn't be entering into this one until market gives me one more drop. So at least this can justify this consolidation here. And then yes, you can trade this to the upside. Okay. It is heading to take this top, by the way. EURUCAD. Now, EURUCAD has been messing around. It's been going up and down. It's a consolidation here. Again, this is a structure. Let me just draw that for you so you understand that. This is going to be the structure. Okay. Now, the question is it mandatory for this one to come to the downside? Not really. It can come back to the upside here, consolidation, and then push right back up, taking this top. Very, very close to even taking this top as well. The reaction that I'm expecting for this pair is going to be somewhere here. 51.3, 51.4. So 1.153, 1.154. In this order block, I'm expecting the reaction to happen. Okay. So if any pullback happens, that's your push to the upside to this zone. EURUSD. EURUSD is going smoothly to the upside, and this is going to be your trade of the week. I said to you last week as well, this is ready. The only thing that I am worried about is China actually dumping some money into their stock market. If they do that, this will be pushing the Oz to the upside. They didn't do it last week, which means market has actually made this as being a corrective structure and pushed up. Now this week, this is your trade of the week, which will be actively looking. All what you need to do, I'll be posting the charts in your dashboard shortly anyway to explain you some more where to enter and what levels to actually look for to take in the buy. But this is a consolidation for a one more push up. That's where you should be making at least a good 100 pips. New Zealand yen is consolidating at the moment. This consolidation has pretty much gone to the upside here. Let the market take the top once more. It will be coming back down for one more push to the upside as well. Again, Euro Oz, Euro New Zealand, Pound Oz, Pound New Zealand. As soon as they will give you a buy setup, it will be a very, very good setup to the upside because I'm expecting them to actually start giving us impulses to the upside. Euro GBP also has gone and broken this bottom here and now consolidating. Let the market consolidate, push right back up, test this top once more. As soon as market tests the top here, make sure you close your trade or take partial profits. You need to secure your trades above this level here for one more break to the downside. Euro yen was also expected to take these three tops here. Market did do that and consolidated and then push right back up again. This is not done yet for me. The way market is responding here, this is looking like the buyers are still inside. Breakdown, push right back up, testing very close to 166. At this point in time, we'll expect one more break, very similar to this one here, before market goes up. Can this be a break because of BOJ? Very likely. And if that will be the case, you can make money. And then making sure, do not hold that for long term. It will be a sharp drop, quick way to make money and then get back in or wait for the buy setups. EURUSD is getting ready. It's not ready yet to go to the upside. It's going to mess around, come back down, let the market come very, very close to testing this bottom here. And then it will be going to the upside. Upside is what I'm interested in after this sort of a messy structure here. This messy structure is just keep getting longer and longer, which is typical for the EURUSD. But below this level in this zone here, 93, close to that, is where you should be looking for your one more push up. Pound CAD, I've just mentioned, any pullback happens here, that's your push to the upside. It will be testing this top. Once market did that, wait for this one to give you a reaction. Okay, so from this one to here, still you have a lot of pips to make. Remember, it might freak you out just going a slightly deeper. Don't get panicked. It will be going to the upside. But for our traders, be our strategy. You can trigger in this one if market gives you that. Pound yen. Pound yen also, wait for this one. This is consolidating at the moment. Let the market take this top here, tap 198, then it will be coming back down. It will just be a corrective structure for one more push to the upside before market comes down. Pound chief. Now pound chief is getting ready for a bigger, corrective structure here. Something similar like this. All what I need from this one is one more break, then push back up. That will be your corrective structure, and then minimum it will be going towards this zone here, 115 after this break. Pound Oz, as I've said to you, anytime you get a pullback here, that's your push to the upside. Do not worry about this one, because if you get a decent pullback here, even better, because this will be going to test the stop eventually. What we need to do is wait for this one to consolidate here before market goes to the upside. Pound New Zealand, similar one for this one as well. This was a clear corrective structure here. Pull back. One more push up will be likely. 218. Let the market test the stop here. Once it has, see the reaction there. Aussie Chief, as I've shown you, this was our trade of the week. I really hope you managed to make money here. At this point in time, it completes this corrective structure that I had in mind. Pull back, one more drop here would be a likely scenario, but from this level, you should be expecting market to give you a slightly bigger pullback here. Something minimum in this magnitude. Aussie Yen, not done yet. So Aussie Yen, you can still expect market to give you a slightly deeper, something like this, and then go right back up. It will be making something like this sort of a structure here. For one more push up, taking the top. 102 is the reaction level. Aussie CAD also, this is messing around at the moment. Let the market come back down, test these three bottoms here, and then look for your buy setups. That will be going to test the stop here. Aussie New Zealand. Now, Aussie New Zealand is also consolidating. This needs to go one more drop here for one more corrective structure to complete before market goes and tested the stop here. Again, every time this will come back down, even in this zone here, look for a buy. It is upside, up momentum is what I'm after. New Zealand Chief has also completed the corrective structure. Now, for me, again, as I've said, most of the chief pairs have pretty much completed this consolidation here. All what they need to do is just lose this momentum, and then we'll be ready for a push to the upside. New Zealand Yen is going to be your second trade of the week. Again, you can look for your buy setups either in this zone here or just below this bottom here. These are the two zones. I'll post the charts in your dashboard anyway with the, with the arrows and everything. But in all the cases, once market will start to go to the upside here, it will be minimum taking the stop here. Best case scenario, it will be heading towards 93 and above. New Zealand CAD also getting ready for a one more push to the upside. Again, another one. If you want, as soon as market opens tonight, look for your short-term push to the upside. From the current level, at least 50 pips, you will get it. Once market goes above 83.5, secure your trade. But this is the trade that you can still look for as soon as the market opens tonight. CAD Yen. Now, CAD Yen is a consolidation happening. It needs some more time here because this structure for me is not completed yet. Because look at this structure. Could this be the possibility of the structure? If the market has done this, you have an impulse, correction impulse. Now, if that is the case, I need this impulse. And if this is my impulse, I need this one to break down. Not necessarily because of the CAD. It could be the yen as well. Okay. Chief yen was expected to tap 175 level. Market did do that. Now, from this level, not interested in the buys anymore for now, until market gives me something like this. At least a break to the downside. Short term, looking something similar like this here, or one more break, which is going to be a sharper like this before we expect one more push up. Cat Chief. Now, Cat Chief is going to keep messing around here. As I've shown you previously many times, this is the zone for the buy. Until market comes to this level here, let it do what it wants to do here. You remember I said to you at this point, take your trade off because it's going to mess around. We are not going to be wasting our time here. It is going to give you that small push to the upside, break to the downside, and at this level, you will get a buy setup for something like this. And then you will trade this. Dollar ZAR. Now, dollar ZAR has given you a reaction from 1770, came back down as a consolidation. This consolidation has pushed up again, as I've said to you on Wednesday. It will be giving you another break to the downside in the similar zone as 1770 and below, which is again, it is currently at 17.5, somewhere very, very close to this level here. You will probably get a one more push to the upside. The next reaction is going to be 18.0. Dollar Mexican, wait on this one. It's not ready for me. As I've said to you, I'm not going to enter into something that is not clear for us. We will enter when something is clear for us, because remember, we do not love one pair. We just love whatever the pair is getting us a better money, better trade setups. Okay. So this is not the one at the moment. Again, if you want to trade it short term, it looks like one more push up taking the top, then breaking down sharp, testing this bottom. Now that was your Forex pairs. Let's have a look at the commodities. Gold. Now, I know many of you trade gold. Okay. So usually what I do is I just take a little bit more time every week to explain you how the gold works. Okay. And so far, you should know that. And all of our traders who trade with us knows that we have been spot on with the levels of gold. Whether it's a corrective structure, whether it's an impulse to the upside or downside, we give you the level when the market is going to reverse. We give you the level when the market is about to start getting the corrective structure. Okay. And this is not just now. We have been doing that since the start of this impulse here. The first signal that we have given to our traders is to buy from here. Okay. And since then, you see market has been pushing to the upside. And I told you since the beginning, this is not the year to sell gold. Okay. Now, let's look at the gold structure. And let's go to the monthly. That's better. Now, remember what gold has been doing. Gold has always been doing something like this. This is a consolidation, pullback, impulse, a pullback, a consolidation, and then the last impulse here, which is again ending structure. You have an impulse, you got a corrected structure, you got another impulse. Now, at this point in time here, what market is doing, this is a pullback here. This is a consolidation happening. And within this movement to the upside here, you can clearly see that what market has been doing. That's your impulse. That's your correction. That's your impulse. That's your correction. And that's your impulse going up. Okay. As you can see clearly here, we have impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. That's a 5-wave structure. Okay. This 5-wave structure needs to give us an impulse to the downside and a correction to the downside and an impulse to the downside. Again, is it ready? Not really. Why? Because again, as I've said to you, I would anticipate market to actually start giving me that in 2025. And that from then onwards, for the next few years, we will be doing something like this. Okay. So last time it started in 2011, ended this corrective structure in 2016. That's 5 years. Okay. Now, if we start in 25, could we be going for another 5 years until 2030? Very, very likely, right? If that is so likely, buying here, is it wise for a long term? That is my real question. Now, You might think no, because again, if market is going to go for a corrective structure for the next 5 years, I wouldn't rather not buy it, right? Now, if that is the case, remember, you need to, that's what we're teaching people, right? That's what we're teaching all our members, that please do not think that that is where it's ended. Who says that this cannot be, let me go to the daily. Who says that this cannot be the corrective structure here? And the market is going actually pushing to the upside, and we are waiting for this. After this, we go for another push to the upside, which would lead us towards 3K. Could that be possible? Very possible. So if that will be the case, and the market gives us 200 pips point to the downside before it goes another 500 points, why to miss 700? That is the real question. Hence, we are actually here every week to make sure that you trade this upside and you trade this to the downside and then to the upside as well. That is the real, deal, which we call trading, right? Now, going back to the 4 hourly, what is really happening here? From this level here, for me, we have two structures. One is this being, if this is your corrective structure, then this is going to go and tap this top here, okay? Again, if I were to look for a short term, it will be going to the upside, no question. Short term, like 10, 15 minutes chart, if you get something like this, the next reaction, accurately, it will be going towards 50 above, 27.50. But wait for this one to come back down before you take that 6-7 points to the upside. Now again, can this go to the upside to take the top? Very, very likely. If that will be the case, what will be the next reaction? This is how you're going to trade it. Now, if market gives you a pullback here, comes down towards this zone here, 37.50, 37.35, you look for a buy, you put your take profit somewhere here in this zone here, 52 and above, take the trade here, make your money, okay? At this point in time, wait, do not close the full trade. Take 75% off, put the rest 25% at break even, okay? Let's say at here, at this level. As soon as market goes and takes the top here, you need to take another 25% off that 25% and keep moving stops. But at this point, what you need to do, once you've taken 25% off the 25% left in the profit, you move your stop inside the profit, because once market has taken this stop here, it will be breaking down, coming back to test this bottom again, because that's the mechanism of the gold. When they will want to, again, look at this. If you have sold gold here, what they will do, they will come back up here, make you a little confused. You'll be like, okay, maybe it's not this, maybe it is this, and the market is going to push up from here and keep pushing to the ups from here. Now, what market will do will be just pulling back, and then as soon as it will break, and then go right back up here, and then break. As soon as you see that, any system you take it, any support resistance, advanced patterns, as soon as market will break this one here, everybody will be like, you know what, we have a break of a structure, now we are going down, okay? What we'll do, they will actually make sure they will push right back up to take you out, okay? If at this point in time you haven't closed your trade and your stop loss above this is not been there, firstly, this, because you're thinking it has done this one here, it has done this one here, it might do this one here and then break down from here, you would not, as a new trader, put your trade at break even. You know what you will be thinking? You'll be thinking this. You'll be thinking you have an impulse, you got this corrective structure, you will be having one more and I'll close it here. They will never give you the chance to close it here. You know why? Because this was not the structure. The goal always makes some sort of a messy structure. This is a structure. And now, as soon as market has gone to the upside here, you got taken out. Remember, if you're buying, right? If you're buying, you're in a good direction here. What they will do, as soon as market has gone to the upside to take the top here, many people will start to buy here, because they will be like, okay, it broke up from the structure. What they will do? They'll come back down, they'll push back up, take the top, then come back down, sharp. So what will be the structural mentality at this point is to make sure you're in, you came back, you thought this is a corrective structure. When market went to the upside here, now buyers are in. Thank you very much. I'm in. And what you will do, you'll put your stop loss below this level here. Okay? They'll take you out here. And that is what I'm saying to you. That's where we will be entering for a push to the upside. Okay? This is how you do it. What eventually they're doing is impulse, correction, and impulse. That's it. Now, you might be saying, T, why do you think this is happening? Do you have a proof for that? Absolutely. Look at that. Market has taken the top. If you enter at the buy, market dropped, pushed back up here, taken the top. You're happy, making money. Yay. Breakdown, taking you out. That's what gold does. This is why when we are predicting the levels, we are actually not only looking at the charts, we are actually looking at the psychology of that behind it. What will be the big players thinking? What will be their thought process behind it? Okay? And this is why you need to understand that. Why I said to you last week that, guys, on Wednesday, I said to you, if you remember that's Wednesday. Okay, that's Wednesday. I gave you the early session here. I said it will be breaking 2720. Okay, that is the level, 2720. Why 2720? Because at this point in time, they could have just gone back up without breaking this bottom as well, right? Because at this point in time, many of the traders who are actually looking for a buy, they will not be able to sustain that. They'll be like, you know what? It's going down because it's very, very sharp. They'll take your trade off here. So this is why it was compulsory for this one to break down. And that's why now this week, we can expect market to pull back, one more push up. Again, the reaction that I'm expecting is 2752 and above. That above could be a sharp taking the top. As soon as market takes the top, it will break down. And then again, once it breaks down, you're going to go and pretty much coming back down towards this 2720 level zone again. Okay, that is what I'm seeing in this week. So again, if market comes in this zone here, look for your sell. If it comes back in this zone here, look for your buy. Silver. Now silver is pretty much getting ready. This is your trade of the week for this week. Look for your buys as soon as market opens tonight. Even if it goes to the downside, I will post the charts in your dashboard anyway. If it goes and breaks this bottom here, then when market will go to the upside, close your trade because it's going to get slightly messier. But if it, without breaking this bottom, if it keeps pushing to the upside, you are heading towards 35 level. Okay. So from the current level here, precisely we are looking for a decent 1.5 points into it. Okay. It might not actually stop at 35. It probably go towards 35.2, 35.3 somewhere here. But that's where it's heading now. US oil also, wait for this one to consolidate here for one more push to the upside. Let the market tap this top. Above this top, it needs to talk to us. I need to see what market does, but first wait for this before market gives you one more push to the upside. XPT was our trade of the week as well. If you remember, this was a very good one actually, the week before. We expected market to go and tap 1030. As you can see, market precisely went towards 1030, came back down, push up, came back down. The way market has reacted at 1030, that is a consolidation, which means you are heading for corrective structure for a push to the upside to take the top one more time. Now, gas was pretty decent. Again, we expected last week the reaction from 2.15 towards 2.45. Market did give us that, and that is a consolidation happening. Wait for this one for one more drop to the downside in this week. Commodities was done. Indices. Let's have a look at the indices. SXY has been going slowly to the downside. Kartin, the next XPT level would be just above 39. So again, this is 43. So wait for this one actually to tap the 43, come back down to 39, push right back up towards 50. Okay, 1050 is the extreme level I'm expecting on this one. SXY It's consolidating very, very slowly to the downside. Usually when the market does that, it pushed to the upside. So again, wait for the market to push to the upside. Next zone will be above this top 117. JXY also a similar one for this one as well. Again, if market keeps consolidating to the downside before BOJ, this is going to happen with the BOJ coming to this zone here. CXY. Now CXY, again, it has gone to the downside. It is going to pull back, but it will be very short term before one more drop, and then market can start a slightly bigger push to the upside. So again, wait for this and this in this week. US 10 years bond yield has also gone to the upside. Again, we expected last week for this one to complete this consolidation, and the way market was sharp, we expected it to go and tap the top and slightly above than that. It did do that. From this level, no more buys for us. Even if market goes and takes the top, even better, you're expecting market to give you something like this minimum. US 30, again, as you remember, precise entry, I gave it to you, 43,300 and 43,400. So if you have looked for a sell in this one, and again, our strategy also triggered at exact that level, right? So your risk to reward in this one would have been commendable, right? If you have traded this with the strategy that we have taught you. Now, again, it's not done yet for me. It's going to keep going to the downside. I need this one to keep pulling to the downside further. It might be that this is the only index that will keep falling. The rest of the indices will stay intact. Okay. Pull back. One more drop. Now again, please don't take this to your heart, and just don't stick that in your in your brain that this is going to happen, right? As I've said to you previously, that it is heading towards 43,400. Now the next level that you should be aiming would be 40,500, which is again 1,500 points below. Now, can this happen now? It can happen now, but for me, this needs to give me a pullback before market drops, pullback before it drops. If we get lucky, this will be a sharp drop. Nasdaq was also expected to go to the upside, taking this top and very, very close to taking this top here. As you can see from this level, if it wants to go to the downside, I'd be gladly looking for a sell setup. But does it look like it is going down? It does not, because on the smaller time frame even, it looks like this is going to be a continuation pattern. But for now, short term, it is a consolidation. So wait on this one if you can. There is a high chance of this one to keep pushing to the upside, testing this top even, just to complete this ending structure. S&P 500, similar for this one as well. Wait on this. This is not done yet. It's going to mess around here before it comes back down. Russell 2000, it is also going to give you some more downside. Pull back, let the market test this bottom here. Then we'll see the reaction at this point. FTSE is heading further downside. Let the market take this bottom here, and then we'll see what market is going to have for us. DAX is consolidating at the moment for one more push to the upside. Again, this is going to be a consolidation. Then we'll have an impulse like that. It will be heading towards 19.8. Then we'll see the reaction further upside. Again, it will be heading further upside as well, but I would see the reaction at 19.8. Japan 225. This is a consolidation happening at the moment. Wait for one more break to the downside. Let the market tap this bottom and very, very close to breaking this bottom here before market goes to the upside. HSI is consolidating now at the moment. Now, those of you who are in the buys, as soon as market comes above 21,000, try and take some partial profits, put the rest at break even, because at this level, one more breakdown can happen, making this as being a slightly bigger consolidation before it goes to the upside. Aussie 200, this is a consolidation also for a one more break. And Nifty, we expected it to go towards 24,000 and give us a reaction there. Precisely towards that it went, and now it is headed for the corrective structure. Now that corrective structure needs to be slightly bigger than this here. That was the indices. Let's have a look at the cryptos. BTC heading towards 70. Anytime it breaks down, it's your chance. Make some money more. 70,000 is where the market is going to talk to us. Ethereum, similar one as well. If you get a buy setup somewhere around here, go for it. It's going to head to take this top precisely towards 2850 and 2900. BNB, also the similar. All the cryptos are actually showing me one more push to the upside. Could that be next week when the election results come? Very, very likely. If that will be the case, you know where the, what will be the outcome of the election. Solana is also heading up. It will be tapping the top. This is a corrective structure here. Pull back, one more push up. Cardano is also, this is a consolidation. This has broken down just to make this one a bit more clear. This is a clear structure now. All what we need is this pullback here for a push to the upside. XRP also has taken this bottom, which is what we were expecting. Now from this level here, I want it to start going to the upside without any consolidation. If this is a consolidation, it's going to mess around. So keep an eye on this one. Out of all of these, as I've said to you, BTC, ETH is, BTC is the perfect one anyway, looking like 70,000. Then Shiba and AVAX is also better. AVAX looks like this is also going to go for the upside anytime. I'm expecting market to keep pushing to the upside somewhere in this zone here. BCH is also, this is pretty much ready for upside. Again, this is a consolidation and market can push right back up to take these two tops. Shiba is also getting ready for upside. Let the market test this top here. Then we'll see the reaction. That was your cryptos. Let's have a look at the stocks quickly. The top one, Nvidia, has been going smoothly to the upside. As I've said to you, should not buy it at this level. Wait for this one to break down towards 30. From 30, it will be heading towards 50 and above. And that 20 points is your trade. Apple also kept pushing to the upside, which is what we are expecting. Again, above the top here, it started to consolidate, means it will be pushing right back up once more. Next reaction, 250. Microsoft also is going to mess around a bit more before it goes to the upside to test this top. Google is heading to test this top. Yes, 170 next reaction level. Any pullback happens, that's your trade. Tesla was spot on. We were expecting pushing to the upside to clear this gap. Market actually have made another push to the upside above the gap as well. So again, wait for this one. It's going to pull back here. It might even clear this gap or very, very close to clearing this gap before it goes to the upside to take this top and eventually this top as well this time, because I can see a lot of momentum in Tesla, especially after the earnings. It has been very, very good for them. Meta is consolidating, still needs some more time. It is a consolidation for one more push up. Amazon is heading to take the top as well. Again, see the reaction above 195. Baba needs one more push to the upside, break to the downside, clearing this gap here, and then a push to the upside. Baidu is slightly sharper, so I'd wait on this one if I were you. Pull back, one more drop, clearing this gap here, then pushing up would be a likely scenario. Russian index, this is consolidating at the moment. Again, keep an eye on this one. This is going to be a great push to the upside when it's ready, because what I'm expecting for this one to give me the push to the upside, this is a consolidation, by the way, okay? For one more push up, taking this top precisely towards 3,000 level. Chinese yuan against the ruble, this is getting ready again. This is a pullback here. This is a consolidation here. Anytime market can push back up. Now, that was all the pairs and all your structures. Any question, please put it down while I drink some water. Right, thank you. Let me just go back to your questions that I've put it on hold. Mohammed, can you check long-term AVAX USDT? We can double check that. Let's have a look. AVAX USDT, I have a long expectations in this one. Okay. So again, the worst case scenario, the worst case would be this. This would be the worst case scenario. Best case, taking the top. Okay. That's what I see. Okay. Where do the seniors post? Mandy, they post in the trade setup channel. Okay, trade setup inside your dashboard. So if you're a pro member, you should be able to have that trade setup tab unlocked in your dashboard. There, every time our seniors would be actually finding any trade setup, they'll be posting it there, and you'll be getting a message in your Telegram, channel that we have dedicated for these notifications only. Okay, where else did we stop? Okay, Stacy. Hey T, do you take trades with other members or you give them an overview of what's the market going to do? Then they take it from there themselves. I'm new here. Apologies for the long question. This is not a long question, but thank you very much for asking the question. So what we do is we actually train our traders to trade, and then we actually give you the trade setups, in the daily sessions by our seniors who have been taught by us. And again, at the same time, if we find something, we post it there as well. And again, every single Saturday, I'm actually coming here with you. As I've mentioned about few trades, today, this is the trade that I'll be focusing on. And again, if I see any decent setups in any others during the week, before my Wednesday update, I'll tell you as well on Wednesday. That's how we work. Again, if you are looking for signals, we do not do that. We do teach you if you are actually struggling in something. We do help you if you are actually having a drawdown. Again, it will be just something that we do it to help you. But again, if somebody's after the signals that will be given in the plate, we don't do that here. Okay. Ismail, hi T, what are the parameters you take while trading on the pound yen? Well, whether we need to watch dollar yen trend. The XY and gold are on the same direction. What is the reason? Is it on the war? Please analyze euro yen on 1 hour, please. Ismail, very good question. Remember, as I've said to you, I think in the last session as well, that DXY is up, gold is up, most of the commodities are up, indices are going up. All of them are actually, imbalanced. This is what happens when the balance is not there. To maintain the balance, something happens. A war happens, a stock market crash happens because of XYZ reason. We have seen in 2007, we have seen in 2011, we have seen in 2016, we have seen in 2020, pandemic, and now it's 24, 4 years since then. Are we ready for it? Let's see. Please analyze euro yen. We can analyze euro yen quickly. Euro yen looks like this is going to take some more time here. I don't like the way market is going to the upside here. It might keep crawling to the upside here, testing this top 164, close to 5, breakdown, push back up. Cav, maybe an irrelevant question. Do you listen to any podcasts about the more fundamental parts of the market? Cav, I do actually listen quite a lot of podcasts, or I read actually a lot of newspapers every single day. Because remember, when I'm actually talking about the fundamentals, I'm most likely, talking about not what is actually written on the mainstream media. Okay. Firstly, I have degrees in economics and derivatives, so it helps me. Second of all, of course, looking at the market and everything, it actually make a lot more sense than any other person who would actually read them, because I make my own consensus by reading some different sources. So that's how we actually take the fundamental part. Mr. Black, high surveys gold. Gold is being done. Hi Tay, can you please do long-term analysis for gold, which is what I've done. MC, I really hope you have gathered that. I would greatly appreciate your expertise in reviewing the sugar chart. I'm eager to gain insight and enhance my understanding of this market. Your input would be invaluable. Let me just add that one for you. the sugar chart. So we can actually look at it when I'm ready to go for your requests. Okay. Dave, hi Mr. T, this is Ball Dave. Hope all is well. Everything is well. Thank you, Dave. Question for you on BTC. What is your outlook for the next 3 months once BTC hits 70K? Dave, if market hits 70K before Trump election, and this will be something that you would expect as being a total shock to the market. Okay, what I'm expecting is something like this. So if before the election we are just continuously keep messing around here in this zone without tapping 70, with the election result it's going to shoot up to tap 70, and we all know that Trump is pro blockchain, and we know the results that will be happening. Now if market has already gone to the upside and tested 70K precisely, I'll give you the levels when we are very close or tapped 70K. For now, just keep that in mind. 70K is the level that we need to be waiting for. Now, this week, if market does not tap 70K, and next week before the election, it does tap that, then the election result is going to be a different, and then market is going to have a one more drop. Okay. And that drop, I'll tell you where it's going to take us. But for now, let's aim for 70. Shall we? Richly, high T, gold has been amazing recently. Thank you. Would you expect the first correction and push up to happen within the first half of the week before tapping 2750 plus? Richly, I would expect market to actually tap 2752 or 3 very, very quickly. Okay, so probably even tomorrow. So if so, are there any levels you're watching for the reaction on this short-term push-up in the early part of the week? This is what I've mentioned, 2730 and 935. These 4 points is going to be the reaction which I'm expecting. Kartin XPT next fellow will have done that. Ayatollah, if for the next 5 years we go down for gold, and we'll also be having inflation at the same time. So during this inflation, can gold have impulse to the downside? Very likely, Ayatollah, and a good point to actually make. And can you please give all the scenarios of gold in monthly chart? Now, in the monthly chart for the gold, as I've mentioned, again, these are the scenarios that I have given to you. One scenario could be corrective structure, push up one more time, probably going towards 3K and above, and then starting this drop to the downside, which is going to look like that. Remember, we have this in impulse, we will needing a corrective structure. Without that, the next impulse is not going to come. Okay, so this has to be the the only scenario that I can see at the moment. Show us how you entered on the US30 sell setup. Belor, good shout, but I won't be showing you, because if I show you that, I will be revealing the strategy. Those people who have paid the full money, and learned all this concept, they will, it's not right for them. And again, trust me, if you are going to be right after something like this, there is no way you can consistently make money like that. Okay, you need to understand it, the concept, in order to actually trade that to the downside. Okay, for our traders, you should be able to see that, like on this one US30, it was a extremely good setup. Okay, and again, if you have traded that, that's it, you should be making money. Have I missed the forex pairs already? You have. Please watch the recording. It will be posted on on your platforms shortly. Belor DX1, where and how to trade by the impulse to the 19,800. Belor, again, I think you are asking the exact same question again. Please do not ask us where you should be buying, because it will become a signal. What you should be asking me, T, I know I'm going to buy towards 18, towards 19,800. Should I be waiting for the one to make the regular flat, or should I be waiting for this one to make a running flat? And if that would be the case, what strategy I should be triggering my trade on? That is the real question. Okay, so please go through everything that we have taught you. If you are one, doesn't look like you're our full member, but if you are our full member, there is something wrong. You need to definitely contact other seniors, and if they don't able to clear your questions, do let us know. Ayatollah, can we have a Nifty on the monthly chart? Indeed. Let's have a look at the monthly chart of Nifty. Nifty is getting ready to go to the downside. Okay, I need something like this now. Well, like, dear WTW team, thank you so much for this brilliant analysis and chance to see it live. Would you please save the record for the participant to be able to see it again in case I missed something? Thanks. God bless you all. Oleg will do that. Okay, we'll post that on the chart on the YouTube. Craig, can you go over New Zealand CAD on the 1 hourly chart? Let's have a look. So on the 1 hourly chart, it does seem like this is going to make some sort of a messy structure here. Keep going to the downside, testing these bottoms here, and then it will be pushing right back up after. Do you think we can see a gap? In which pair you are referring to, HOM? Gap in gold. Okay. Gap in the gold because of the war escalating. Very possible. I'm not going to lie. If market opens somewhere around here in this zone or even further above side here, if that would be the case, wait until market actually finish this candle. Probably tomorrow morning before with the London session, you can start to look for one more drop coming into this zone. And if that has happened, then it's going to push to the upside. But wait for the setup. Do not enter blindly above this top if the market is opening with a gap, okay? Because that drop to the downside might actually be a bit sharper with one news and then push right back sharper as well. Where you see gold before ending 2024 year, before reaching high, what should be the low in 2024? Very good question. I wish I could tell you that. Remember, I'm telling you everything that I'm telling you here. I'm reading the charts here, okay? If market, when market was doing something like this, and I did tell you guys it's going to go towards 16, 26, 20 level here, and then from this, if it push up, do not miss the push to the upside. It's 100 points push minimum. Because at this point in time, market has actually showed me that that's where I'm going. Now, from this level here, if you ask me, Tay, where the market going to be at the end of 2024, I won't be able to answer that. If I do that, I'd be lying to you. We don't do that here, okay? So what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at the market, how the market would react as soon as we have the correction starting. What I'd be looking at the market to give me something like this, okay? And if that would be the case, let's say if you start this correction somewhere around in this zone here, 2770, 2780, and the market comes back down towards 25, level 2550, 2570 level, could that be the end of a corrective structure? And how this will be, how long this will be taken, that is the key here, which I need to see and which is unknown in the market. Remember, we do not look at this axis only. We look at this one, this axis as well. And I always recommend every one of you to not forget this. One is a x-axis, one is a y-axis. You need to make sure you do not forget the time axis. Price axis, everybody looks at it. Time axis, when you understand it, everything will become easier for you. In the long term, do you expect DXY to move to 128? DXY to 128, it can be possible for now. If I'm, looking at this pay here, 128, yeah, that's that. It is going to take some time here. I don't think it's going to be just quickly like that. It will take few years, if that would be the case. Nazir, I have a trade from 22.98. I'm holding to 3,000. Can I hold my trade at 27.20 also? If you're holding it from 22.98, Nazir, you should keep holding, okay? I wouldn't recommend you to close your trade. What I would recommend you is to wait for this one. If market breaks 27 after breaking the top here and then consolidate below this level, then you can take some partials, okay? Don't need to close the whole thing. Just close the trade, some partial profits, and keep moving the rest of the trade in the profit. GRT, did you start at the usual time today? Mostly you are done at 5:30 a.m. In order to join, I have to get up at 4 a.m. So just checking if you started at the same time today. Gia, I really like the motivation and the dedication that you have towards joining the sessions at this time. Yes, unfortunately, the time has changed in the UK, so that's why the session has been actually, your time probably would have been 1 hour more. So again, it will be the same time going forward until probably towards March. And when from March onwards, when the UK time will go back 1 hour ahead, then only will be coming back again. So yes, it will be the same time. Unfortunately, you'll have to keep, up for that. Jagannath, in India, Diwali festival and wedding season going on. So it will impact on gold prices and going up and up continuously. That is correct as well. So is it wise to take buy at all-time high due to these reasons? Jagannath, very good question. Again, if you want to look for a buy, again, it's the consolidation that you need to be after. And it has to be a short term, okay? Very short term, then only you'll be able to make money, okay? But if you hold on to this one, from these levels, making sure every time market breaks the top and you secure your trade. If you won't secure your trade every time market breaks the top and the market comes down to take you out, do not enter back again blindly. Okay? Because if market is in a strong uptrend, you would not be taken out. Because look, if you have entered from 2620 and the market kept pushing to the upside, broken the top, you will not be taken out because gold will not come to your zone. If it comes to your zone, it will keep on dropping further even. Okay? That's how it works. Please, can you add MAVUSDT? Yes, we'll do that. Can I use these strategies on synthetic indices to? Absolutely, David, you can. Anything that you name it in the world that is tradable, you can push and you can add these strategies there. Okay? I mean, very nice and detailed webinar. It was great listening to you. Fantastic. I mean, hi, Professor. What is your long-term view about dollar CAD, please? Dollar CAD is heading towards tapping this top here. This top. Once market has tapped this top here, I would precisely go for 140 because that's the major level. So once market comes close to this one and tap this, probably it will just pull back and then push towards 140 tap. And then from that level, we would expect market to give us a break to the downside. Many Haiti, thanks for the great analysis. Please analyze pound CAD and pound chief on the 1 hour, please. Let me just do that quickly. 1 hour pound CAD corrective structure, something similar like this one would be expected here for one more push up. And pound chief would be something similar as well, but it will be going to the upside and breaking down before it goes to the upside if it wants to do that, with this being a corrective structure in the middle. Otherwise, it will break down sharp and then start to consolidate again before it comes back down. Hi T, got the notification for the session late. Wanted to ask if you can please analyze DXY. Wanted to compare with my analysis. Jerry, happy to do that, but it will be a quick one. So again, if you want to have a detailed one, please watch the recording. It'll be better actually. Corrective structure, one more push up, 104.5 is the reaction level. At this point, if it's a corrective structure, it'll be taking the top before coming back down. Otherwise, down from here. Craig, thanks to you. Brilliant. Okay, Harish, who are the big players in the Forex market? It will be the banks, it will be the hedge funds, it will be your bigger brokers as well sometimes. Okay. Zamani, hello, Coach T. How come sometimes, say at the end of the correction, say 3 waves, we get an impulse and then the correction breaks the bottom or top, makes us think the structure isn't done yet. And we may get an expansion to extend the correction, but sometimes the impulse just goes and breaks the actual top or bottom. What is that structure then? Is it a failed expansion? Do we forget about it when the top or the bottom is taken? Zamani, that's a very good question. Unfortunately, you asked me at the very end of this session, but what I'll do is I'll just give you a quick glimpse of that. If you have an impulse, you got an impulse again, are expecting a corrective structure, and if that corrective structure goes and break this top here and then come back down, breaking this bottom here, okay? Imagine this is the real thing, that what you're expecting is, do we forget about this one being a expanding flat here? Right? If that is the case, you have 2 structures in place. You need to look back. That's what I said to you. When you're confused, zoom out. You need to see if there is an impulse here. If there is an impulse here, what you would be expecting market to do something like that. Yes, there is a possibility this could be an expanding structure in the middle, and the market could be going up here to stop somewhere here, which will make this one as your running flat, or this goes to the upside to make this as your expanding flat. Okay. And then market can come back down once more. It's just a variation in the corrective structure. Again, we have taught you this one as well in one of the chapters of the masterclass. Okay. So please go through that one. That might actually give you an extremely good understanding of that. Victoria. Gold last week, you remind us about 55.60, buy as it will come back down 20 level. May I know how to decide to buy at that time when it even broke down to 0.9? I was panicked, I didn't buy, then it came all the way back up, now 46. Victoria, that is totally okay. You're not wrong in that. What you should be waiting for is this. As soon as market came back down here, do you have anything on the smaller time frame or even on this time frame that you can look for your buy setup? Again, coming back, as soon as market tap that level, what you need to do is you go back to the time frames that you usually trade. See that if any of the strategies we taught you does trigger in this one. If it doesn't trigger in this one, that's not your trade. If let's say you're a trader who actually trades 15 minutes, let's say, okay, and you wanted to take the buy from this level here, can you see any buy setup on this time frame that you trade? Again, I'm highlighting this word that you trade, that is it ready on that time frame? Any strategy that we have taught you gets triggered on that. If that does, that is your trade. Okay, that's how you will not able to miss that ever. Hope that answers your question. Gia, Tia, I'm typing this again for you. Cake this one, and thanks for answering my question on time. Fantastic, Gia. We'll do that. Also wish to know Bitcoin, Trump election coming, how you expect Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if Trump wins, we would expect it to be bullish. If he doesn't, then we are expecting it to be slightly deeper, pullback. Rishabh, I'm looking ending structure in the Nifty 50 and as possible to tag one more time, all-time high. Let's have a look. Ending structure on Nifty 50, it is similar, but at the same time, if it is ending structure, I would not want to see what the market is doing at the moment, okay? Because the ending structure is supposed to be ending here. Now, from this level, if it needs to go to the ending structure, I need to see market giving me an impulse here, and that impulse will decide what you're saying, okay? So let's wait on this one for now. Again, if you want to look for a buy setup, yeah, it won't be a bad one because it will be giving you anyway a corrective structure or an impulsive structure. The direction is to the upside short term. Can you tell some bit about liquidity, Harish? I would be able to. Unfortunately, not in today's session. We are already going past, almost 2 hours. I need to take some of your requests as well to put that into the stocks. So perhaps the next time, but yes, we'll definitely be able to. We have explained that in one of the Q&As as well in our dashboard. Whenever you can, go ahead that one as well and then have a look at it. Then we have explained it in details. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. No worries, Jerry. Zamani, thank you, Coach. Brilliant. Hi, T. Please include Hood. Yes, Mandy will do that. This is the same message as earlier. Thank you very much, Mandy, for putting that again. Thanks, T. You think he will win? Victoria, to be very honest with you, at the moment, I do think he will win. But when we are very, very close to the election, let's read the charts and see if the chart tells us that. Okay? Because we all know charts never lie. So let's believe on the thing that never lies. Okay? Right. Any stocks requests, please put it down, guys. I'm actually going to add all of your requests now. Vishal, I can see that you have actually added a lot of requests. Unfortunately, I will be only adding 5 of them maximum because we have a lot of people and a lot of requests today. So just to make sure that nobody gets left out. So please try and be considerate and let me know if you have any particular 5 of in them. Then I can actually prioritize them. Otherwise, I'll just pick in the first 5. Right. Okay. What do we have? Let's add GS one. Cake, Moderna, NEM, SMCI, and Tesla. Tesla, we already have done that. So again, I can do the 1 hourly on the Tesla as well later on. Copper, let's add copper. Okay, cake, we have done that. Let's add Lululemon. We have PAAS, ELF, JD, TGT. Okay, and what else do we have? BT. Anybody who have put their requests and I haven't added it yet, please do let me know again. I can just add it again quickly. Zahir, we trade waves, always has great analysis. You guys are super. Thank you, Zahir. Appreciate your kind comment. KLAC, let's have a look at that. Set. Thank you, Vishal, for giving me your 5. Hello, Professor. Kindly advise short, medium term for Delta. Let's do the Delta. Okay, hollow. I believe the Holo is a company, not a coin. ADM, ELF, INTC, AXP, PM, Greenwich. Let's have a look. Where is that? BM. Shanti, I cannot see the BM anywhere, what you have been mentioning. Can you double check that the ticker is correct? Master, let's do that. MSTR, Mara, the FTS on TSX. Yep, that's done that. Bitcoin, Solana, we have done that. Harish, Shiba, we have done that already. Please voice the recording if you have missed it. Anari, Crest. Okay. Set and CP all, we have done that. Sunil, thank you very much. Mahanad, brilliant. Okay, INTC Dharmesh, we have done that. MBO, will this video be available on YouTube? Indeed, we'll post that there. Holo is a company. Yes, Vishal, we have added the company one. Bone, hi, Mr. T, Pendle, and SGD. Let me do that. Bone, SJDMYR. BM Green. That makes sense. Thank you, Shanti, for checking that one. Brilliant. Basil, let's add Boyle. Caleb, PLTR, and CRF. Okay, I think that is pretty much decent number of stocks requests. Any requests that you guys have put down up and I have missed it, please put it there quickly before I actually start looking into it. Yes, Bellor, thank you. Let me just add yours. EGLD, INGA, BAYN, MRK, and L'Oreal. Okay, let's do the OR. Brilliant. Right, let's start looking at it. Sugar. Now, sugar needs to give me that push to the upside. I do see this one. This is a clear 5-wave structure for me. Now, what I need to see in this structure is market to give me something like this, come back down once more before it goes to the upside. So it's going to take some time here. Now, if you're looking for a buy, make sure that you have plenty of time for this one to finish. It might not actually finish in this week. It probably would take even this week as well. And then the next week onwards, we can start to see some decent reaction in that one. But every time market comes below this level here, I'll be looking for my buy setup, because at that point, I need to see what market does for me. Okay. Minimum, if market wants to continue pushing to the downside, what I would require from the market would be to do something like this, going back up here, making some sort of a structure like this here, break to the downside, and then pushing back up. Okay, that's the worst case scenario. Cake. Now, cake looks like this is pretty much getting ready for a push to the upside. Again, it has taken this bottom here, cleared the liquidity, and now getting ready to push to the upside. Moderna. Okay, this looks like this is going to lose some momentum here, and I can see that there is a news coming in November. Probably with this news, we might be able to see some sort of a reaction to the upside. Okay, to the upside. NEM, yes, Gia, I will add cake. Let me just do that first so you can actually. Okay, so this is Cheesecake Factory. Okay. Now, this is going to be a slightly messier now. One break, push to the upside, and then a sharp drop to the downside is what I'm after. I'll tell you what reason I'm expecting that. This is a complete impulse here. That is a complete corrective structure for now. And all what you need is just to finish this move to the upside and then break down. Okay. Breakdown could be this here, or could be this. SMCI. Right, this looks good to the upside. Anytime market breaks down, taking this bottom here, you should look for a buy setup here, and this will be a good one to the upside. Copper. Now, copper has tapped 4.7 and even tapped this top here, which is what I asked you guys to look at. Now, from this level, it started to go to the downside. It's not done yet for the downside. I do see this one actually pulling back up here, breaking down once more before it goes back up here. It is going to be slightly bigger than this one here and here before market goes to the upside. Lululemon, this is a consolidation also. Again, expect market to give you a pullback here anytime. It will be starting from this week onwards. Yeah, it will be giving you this impulse to the downside to complete correction after this, this impulse. PAS, yeah, this will be also taking some more time here. Corrective structure, one more push to the upside, taking the top. Then we'll see JD. JD also, this needs some more corrective structure. It's not done yet for me. I need to see this one happening, clearing this gap and then breaking down. TGT, TGT needs one more break. Let the market test this bottom here. Pull back, one more break. Then we'll see the reaction again from this level here. If market gives me a slightly bigger, deeper pullback here without breaking these two bottoms here, then it can push right back up a slightly deeper even. Okay, testing 155 and above. BT. This still has some more upside. I can see this one consolidating in this early 24 to 48 hours. Gives you something like this and then push right back up to take this top. Fetch AI. This is pretty much ready to push to the upside. Any buy setup you get it, take that one to the upside. It will be minimum taking this top. Best case scenario, further upside. KLAC. This is going to go to the upside again. This is a corrective structure in the middle at the moment. Again, if market does not consolidate, then it's going to go to the upside without even going to break this bottom here. But this being a corrective structure in the middle here before it comes to the downside. But if it consolidates here and then breaks down, wait on this because this will get messier. And then we'll have to double check the structure again. Set index. This needs some more downside. I can see this one going for a corrective structure here. One more break to the downside. Let the market come very close to this order block zone here before we see anything else. CPAL. This needs some more time to kill this zone here. Corrective structure, one more break. This will be a corrective structure for you before market goes to the upside. Delta. Right, so Delta looks like this still has some momentum to the upside. I will not be interested in the buys on this one. Wait for this one to give you a pullback here. Minimum something looking like this here. Holo. Holo looks like this is getting ready for upside as well. Again, it is pretty much right at the bottom at the moment. I do not see that going further downside in that structure. But again, if market wants to go to the upside, they need to keep pushing to the, giving us some sort of a reaction here at this level. Now, again, that reaction is not going to happen without any sort of, fundamental reason. They would have to either acquired by somebody, or they need to do some sort of strategic planning in order to see them upside. ADM. ADM looks like this is pretty much ready to go to the upside, with this being a corrective structure in the middle. So again, if you get a buy setup somewhere here, take that buy to the upside to take the push to the upside to clear this minimum, clear this gap. ELF. Right, ELF also looks like this is heading to the upside to test these two tops here. They need to clear this liquidity. Pull back, one more push up. Once market will test this top here, we need to see the reaction. If it pulls back, it will be heading towards 130 zone here. Intel. Intel is a good one, but at the same time, it's not ready to go to the upside yet. Let the market consolidate the upside, break down once more, let the market test this bottom here. At this point, if you get a buy setup, that will be your buy setup. ARP, AXP. Yeah, this needs some more time here. First, we need to see this pullback. If it goes up sharp, then it will be clearing this gap. Otherwise, it will be just consolidation to the upside. So upside is a reaction level for now. MSTR. MSTR looks like a pullback, one more push to the upside, making this sort of a corrective structure here. Mara. Mara is also getting ready for a pullback here. This corrective structure looks like it is pretty similar to this one here now. And one more push up can happen here. FTS. FTS is getting ready for a further upside. It's not done yet. Let the market even consolidate further. It will keep pushing to the upside. 65 next reaction level. Pepe. This needs some more time here. Let the market come back down once more, testing this bottom before it goes back up, and then we can expect market to do similar structure here. Inari. This is still not convincing to the upside yet, but again, the reaction has to be to the upside, in this structure to the downside. So again, if this keeps doing something like this, respecting this bottom, that's your push to the upside. It might keep dragging towards this level here and then push back up to gain some more momentum. Crest. Crest needs to go to the upside. If you get a buy setup from somewhere around this level here, go for it. It will be heading to take this top here, 554. Pendle. Pendle is going to the upside. Again, this is just a pullback here for one more push to the upside. SGD MYR. Okay, this is a sharp drop to the downside, and now it stopped actually at breaking this one here. So this will need to go to the upside to give us some more corrective structure. Now the next reaction that I would expect market to do will be somewhere below this level here, then push back up, and then we'll see once market is in this order block zone. BM Green. PM Green is not really a great structure at the moment because again, impulse correction, it can even go for another impulse here. Unless markets start to consolidate something similar like this, then only it will be a one more push up, which will be a 5-wave structure here before market comes down. Oil. Boyle also has got one more push up. Again, pullback, one more push up. This time it will be heading to take this top here. Caleb. Caleb needs to give us one more drop testing this bottom before it starts to go to the upside here. PLTR. PLTR has taken the top. It's still not done yet. I need to see this one going to the upside and then making an ending structure. Now this ending structure does not look at the moment as it is an ending structure. I need this. So keep looking for this one. If you're in the buys, keep moving stops. Do not close your trade yet. CRF. CRF is a consolidation here. Pushed up, come back down, then pushing right back up. Often ELG, EGLD. This has gone and taken this bottom here. Anytime it can start to push to the upside, does not look like the momentum is there. It probably do this and then this. INGA. INGA looks like this is going to go to the upside. Now let the market break this bottom here in this zone here. If you get a buy setup, will not be a bad idea. It will be going and testing this top. PAYN. This needs to go to the downside to test this liquidity below this level. Pull back, one more break will be likely. MRK. This has completed the 5-wave structure. We need to see this one giving me a push to the upside here and one more break after. L'Oreal. L'Oreal has completed this wave here. Wait for this to happen and then you can start to look for buy setups. Right, that was pretty much all your requests. Let me just summarize the trades of the week for you this week and then we'll call it a day. The first one will be the EURUSD to the upside. As I've said to you, we'll be expecting market to give us a 100 pips from the current level. Pull back, one more push up. I'll be posting the chart shortly in your dashboard. The second one will be the New Zealand yen to the upside. Again, choose one, don't choose both. New Zealand or the New Zealand yen or New Zealand CAD. Choose one of them. If it goes to the upside from here, it will be just giving you another 60, 70 pips. But the best case scenario would be to go and give you something like this above this top here. And then that's your trade to the upside to test this top precisely towards 92.5 and above. New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD, another one. Again, if market goes to the upside in this zone here, you can expect 50 to 60 pips. It's a short-term one to the upside. But in all the cases, if it goes to the upside, you can still be able to make money. Once if market goes and break this bottom before it goes back up, then you can take your trade as soon as market goes and takes this stop here. Otherwise, without breaking this bottom, if it goes up, keep moving your stop. It has a potential to take the stop as well. And the last for this week would be the silver. Again, as soon as our market opens tonight and consolidates, that's your trade. 35 and above is your reaction level. Now that is all the trades that we'll be looking for potentially in this week. As soon as we have a setup, we'll go for it. Now, as I mentioned, please make sure you take this week very, very seriously. If you do not understand the structure, do not trade that structure in this week, and do not be trying your luck in this week. Okay, stick to the trades I gave it to you. Once I post the charts in your dashboard, have a go at it, plan your trade before you get in. With that note, I shall see you next Sunday. Your update for the Wednesday will be uploaded to your dashboard before 10 a.m. UK. With that note, goodbye, good luck, and trade with care.